Welcome back to Sri Sampath Vinayaka Learn Easy channel. Thanks for your support. In the first video, I find tremendous support from all of you. Now we are going to continue the second part of the video, trigonometry. Okay, here in this video, we are going to discuss the trigonometric ratios. Okay, as we discussed that trigonometric ratios are the relations between sides and its corresponding angles. Firstly, we are going to find out how many different sides, how many different types of relations are going to be formed with the sides and their corresponding angles we are going to discuss. Okay, firstly, for that I am going to consider a right angle triangle. See, in this right angle triangle, A, B, C, okay, in this right angle triangle ABC, we know that the angle sum property, okay, by that angle sum property, all the angles in a triangle is 180. So, as we know that angle B is equal to 90 degrees, angle A plus angle C is equal to 90. Okay, so by that we are going to conclude that angle A comma angle C both are acute angles. Both are acute. So these both angles A and C are acute angles. Okay, now with respect to this A, okay, what are the names of those sides we are going to discuss now. Okay, as everyone knows that the side opposite to 90 degrees, the side opposite to 90 degrees is hypotenuse. Now we are going to consider the angle A. By considering angle A, we are going to name the different sides. So the side opposite to angle A is known as opposite side. This is opposite side to what, ma? A. So opposite side to A. Okay. Now the side AB is known as adjacent side to A. See? This AB is adjacent. This side AB is known as adjacent side to that angle A. So actually we have to name all these three sides with the given corresponding angles. We have considered A as the given corresponding angle. So the side opposite to angle A is taken as opposite side to A, that is BC. And the side where the angle lies is considered as adjacent side. Okay. For pointing out that adjacent side, one more action plan we may use. That is, we are very familiar that in a right angle triangle, the angles may lie on any one of the perpendicular legs. Here AB and BC are known as perpendicular legs. Okay, so the A may lies on AB. Okay, but this angle A never lies on the hypotenuse. So here, if we are going to consider C, so this C is adjacent to the side BC. It's not adjacent to the side hypotenuse. So here pointing out the adjacent side is very easy. Okay, opposite side also very easy to us by considering the given angle. For example, here I considered A. So the side opposite to A is BC. Okay, like that we are going to name the three sides of the given right angle triangle. One more name for the opposite side is perpendicular. And one more name of the adjacent side is base. Okay, we may name that adjacent side as base also. Okay, similarly, tell me with respect to angle C, opposite side ఏమవుతుంది మా? with respect to angle C, opposite side. See ma, with respect to angle C, the opposite side here is AB. Here is AB. And with respect to the angle C, the adjacent side is equal to BC. Okay, hypotenuse only for any corresponding angle. Okay, for A also hypotenuse AC only, for C also the hypotenuse is AC only. See ma, we have to know how to name the different sides of a right angle triangle. Okay, we give you one example here. Just you have to name yourself. Okay, what are the opposite sides and what are the adjacent sides and what is the hypotenuse with the corresponding angle. See ma, it's a triangle PQR. Now tell me the names of the sides with respect to R. With respect to, okay, with respect to angle R, opposite side is, tell me ma, with respect to angle R, the opposite side is PQ. Okay, adjacent side, what is adjacent side to this R ma? This is QR. Okay, for identifying the adjacent side, just see this R is in between the sides PR and QR. We know that the angle never lies on the hypotenuse, so QR is our adjacent side. So QR, hypotenuse is always PR only. Is equal to PR. Okay. Similarly, with respect to P, now tell me the sides with respect to P. So here I am going to change with respect to P. With respect to P, the opposite side here is QR. So here I am going to write QR. With respect to P, the adjacent side here is PQ. So I am going to write PQ. Okay, hypotenuse is hypotenuse only. This is the naming procedure of the sides of a triangle, right angle triangle. And see ma, here I am going to explain you one more concept. It's a very important thing. Once you have to remember. Okay. See ma, let us suppose this is a triangle ABC. We are always consider the side opposite to the angle A as small a. Okay, and the side opposite to angle B as small b. Okay, and the side opposite to angle C as small c we are going to consider. Okay, we have to remember this. Here in this triangle ABC, what is the relation between this A, B, C? Every one of you know that ma. That is hypotenuse AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is Pythagoras theorem. Okay ma, this is Pythagoras theorem. By that, what is that AC ma? B. So B square is equal to AB means C square, BC means A square. So the relation between these ABC sides ABC is B square is equal to C square plus A square ma. Now, as we discussed, the trigonometry is the relation between sides and the corresponding angles. Okay na? Here we are going to consider the angle C first. With respect to angle C, here we may form some relations between the sides and this angle. Okay, with respect to C, with respect to this C, I may write C by B, I may write C by A, I may write C by See ma, C by B we wrote, C by A we wrote, A by B we are going to write, A by B. These are the main three relations with respect to C. Okay, similarly, we may reciprocal these ratios ma. That means this is B by C, this is A by C, this is B by A. Okay, these are the main relations between the sides with corresponding to C ma. Okay, what is C by B? Okay, now going to be named with respect to C, we are going to discuss now. Okay, before going to discuss that, I am going to explain you the trigonometric ratios. It is a specific trigonometric ratio ma. What is the name of this C by B? What we are going to name this C by B with the specific trigonometric ratio? We are going to discuss it. Okay, before that, the different trigonometric ratios we are going to discuss. Okay, after that you may very clear to explain what is C by B, what is C by A, what is A by B with respect to this C. Okay, similarly with respect to A also we are going to form these 6 relations. Okay, with the given corresponding angles A and C. Okay, with corresponding to, with respect to A, I may write 6 ratios. With respect to C, I will write 6 ratios. Okay, what are those 6 ratios? Okay, we are going to discuss. Okay, clearly we have an idea about how to form these 6 ratios. Okay, other than these 6 ratios, there is no other relation between those 3 sides. These are the 6 relations. That's why trigonometric ratios are 6. Okay, mainly 3 ma. Okay, we are going to discuss them. Okay na? The first trigonometric ratio is sine ma. Okay, SI and E sine. Sine is nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, sine is nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse. For example, consider a triangle PQR. Okay, Nama? It is PQR. Okay, with respect to which angle we are going to form the trigonometric ratio sine, we have to first decide ma. So, I want to write the trigonometric ratio sine with respect to P. Then, sine P is opposite side to P by hypotenuse. Okay, now see ma. Sine P is equal to opposite side to P by hypotenuse. Okay, so tell me what is the side opposite to P? That is QR by hypotenuse is PR. So this is sine. So sine P is equal to opposite side to P by hypotenuse. That is opposite side to P is QR and hypotenuse is PR. This is sine. Actually, for our convenience, in mathematics we know that we are going to write shortcuts. So the sine is expressed as SIN. Okay, now but we are going to pronounce it as sine only. Okay, now it is short noted as SIN, but we have to pronounce it as sine only. Sine P is equal to opposite side to P by hypotenuse. For example, if I want to write the sine value with respect to R, then sine R is equal to, tell me ma, what is sine R? Sine R is equal to R's opposite side. R's opposite side is PQ by hypotenuse is PR. This is sine R ma. So, we have to remember the formula for sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, this is one trigonometric ratio, first trigonometric ratio. Okay, now the second one. Here the second trigonometric ratio I am going to explain you its reciprocal value. Okay, its reciprocal value. Sine's reciprocal value means what ma? Hypotenuse by opposite side. This trigonometric ratio is named as cosecant. See ma. So cosecant is the second trigonometric ratio we are going to discuss here. Cosecant means hypotenuse by opposite side. Okay. Here I am going to explain you one trigonometric ratio and its reciprocal value. Okay. As we discussed sine, here I am going to discussing the reciprocal value of this sine. The reciprocal value of this sine is hypotenuse by opposite side. Why? Because the reciprocal value of this is hypotenuse by opposite side only. Okay, that's why hypotenuse by opposite side, that is considered as cosecant. Here the trigonometric ratio is cosecant. If I want to write this cosecant value with respect to p, then cosecant p is equal to hypotenuse by opposite side to p. Opposite side to p. So, see here for our convenience, this cosecant is short notated as cosec. Okay, now but we have to pronounce it as cosecant only. Cosec p is equal to, what is hypotenuse here? PR by, what is its opposite side ma? P's opposite side is QR. This is cosecant p. So cosecant p is equal to this one. Okay, if I want to write cosecant r, tell me my cosecant r means again hypotenuse. As per the definition, hypotenuse is PR by r's opposite side. Here we are going to discuss. Why? Because cosecant r, no, r's opposite side is PQ. So this is cosecant r. Okay, this is cosecant p. As we discussed, sine and cosecant are reciprocal to each other. Then sine into cosecant gives us 1. Why? Because whenever we are going to multiply the reciprocal values, it gives us 1. Okay, so sine p into cosecant p is equal to 1. Similarly, sine r into cosecant r is equal to 1. Why? Because sine r is reciprocal to cosecant r and cosecant r is reciprocal to sine r. Why? Because see sine is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Cosecant p is equal to hypotenuse by opposite side. So because of that, these two are reciprocal to each other, no? So this sine into cosecant gives us 1. Okay, for our convenience and for understanding easily, I am going to explain you these trigonometric ratios as families. So this sine and cosecant is considered as one family. Okay, for our convenience, there is no families in the trigonometry. Okay, for our convenience, for easy understanding, I am dividing these 6 trigonometric ratios into 3 families. Okay, the first family is sine and cosecant. Okay, why I am considering these two into a family means sine is the reciprocal value of cosecant and cosecant is reciprocal value of sine. So that's why. Okay, see here our observation is sine p into cosecant p is equal to 1. Okay, why? Because sine p and cosecant p are reciprocal to each other. That's why sine p into cosecant p is equal to 1. We have to remember. From this I may write, see, sine p is equal to 1 by cosecant p, or cosecant p is equal to 1 by sine p. So these are the observations here. Okay, whenever he is going to give you sine q into dash is equal to 1, then what you are going to write here? Sine q into cosecant q you have to write Here we have to write cosecant q. Why? Because the same sine and cosecant are reciprocal to each other, no? With the same angle, if the sine and cosecant are given as product, then its value is 1. So for our easy understanding purpose, we are considering this sine and cosecant as a family. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the second family. The second family, in that second family, the first ratio is cosec. We already discussed cosec, no? In the second family, Now we are going to discuss the second family. In that second family, the ratio is cosine. The first ratio is cosine. Okay, this cosine is short notated as cos. What is cos? For example, I am going to consider cos p. Cos p means p's adjacent side. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. See ma, cos p means p's adjacent side by hypotenuse. Tell me what is p's adjacent side here? Here p's adjacent side is pq. So pq by hypotenuse is pr. This is cos p. Okay. Now the other ratio of this family is secant. Secant. For our convenience, we are short notating it as SEC. Okay, see ma. Secant P, if I am going to find, as we discussed in the first family, sine and cosecant. Cosecant is the reciprocal value of sine. Here also the same trick we are going to follow. Okay, secant P is equal to reciprocal value of cos. That means what ma? Hypotenuse by P's adjacent side. P's adjacent side ma. Okay, so here secant P is this. Now tell me what is hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse is PR and this P's adjacent side is PQ. So this is secant P. Okay, we have to remember that cos P is equal to P's adjacent side by hypotenuse. We have to remember this concept ma. And secant P is equal to hypotenuse by P's adjacent side. These formula, these are going to be remembered as formulas. If we know this, okay, now we may write the secant or cos values for any triangle. Okay, whenever anyone are going to ask you to give the cos value of a triangle with respect to some angle, okay, we have to recall the cos value. What is cos value? Cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Similarly, secant is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent side. Okay, now with respect to whatever the angle they are going to give, with respect to that angle we have to write all these sides. Okay, nama. So this is cos and secant. For example, if I am going to write cos r here, cos r means r's adjacent side. This r's adjacent side is qr. Okay, r's adjacent side is qr ma, and hypotenuse is pr. This is cos r. If I am going to write secant r, okay, secant r is equal to, tell me ma, what is secant r? Secant r is equal to hypotenuse pr by its adjacent side qr. So this is secant r. So like this we may write the trigonometric ratio cosine and secant for any given triangle with a respected angle. Okay ma. So this is cosine and secant. Here also we are going to observe the same observations what we discussed in the sine family. See ma, cos value cos p and secant p are reciprocal to each other. So cos p into secant p gives us 1. So cos p into secant p is equal to 1. Okay, similarly cos r into secant r is equal to 1. So by this we are going to write cos r is equal to, cos means 1 by secant r, or secant r is equal to 1 by cos r. So this is the observation in this second family. Okay, now we are going to discuss the third family. That is, in the third family, the first trigonometric ratio is tangent. Okay, for our convenience, this tangent is short notated as tan. Okay, what is tan, sir? Tan means, for example, I am considering r. Okay, with respect to r, tan r is equal to r's opposite side by r's adjacent side ma. R's opposite side by r's adjacent side. This is tan r. So tell me what is tan r here. Tan r is equal to r's opposite side is pq. Okay, by r's adjacent side is qr ma. So tan r is equal to pq by qr. Here we have to observe one more concept ma. That is, I am going to divide this numerator and denominator with hypotenuse. Okay, numerator and denominator with hypotenuse for this one. Then what it becomes? R's opposite side by hypotenuse whole by here R's adjacent side by hypotenuse. Okay, see, this trigonometric ratio becomes like this whenever I am going to divide the numerator and denominator with the hypotenuse. We know that opposite side to r by hypotenuse is sin r by r's adjacent side by hypotenuse is cos r. So tan r is again expressed as sin r by cos r. This is the main and very important observation here. Okay, actually tan r, the ratio, trigonometric ratio tan means opposite side by adjacent side ma. So this opposite side by adjacent side again rearranged as sin by cos. Okay, so sometimes is going to ask you to express tan value in terms of sin and cos. Then tan r is equal to sin r by cos r. Tan p is equal to sin p by cos p. Like that we have to write ma. So that is tan. So I am going to explain you its reciprocal value. Tan's reciprocal value means what ma? R's adjacent side by r's opposite side. Okay, that is considered, that trigonometric ratio is considered as cotangent. Okay, the trigonometric ratio is considered as cotangent. See ma, this cotangent is short noted as in mathematics as cot. Okay, for our convenience, cot r we are going to find. Cot r means r's adjacent side. Why? Because according to the tan value, tan's reciprocal value is cot nama. So tan we discussed that r's opposite side by r's adjacent side. So cot r is equal to r's adjacent side by r's opposite side ma. This is tan. Now tell me what is r's adjacent side. This is the adjacent side of r, that is qr, by opposite side is pq. This is cot r ma. Okay, as we discussed, tan r is equal to sin r by cos r. Okay, and this cot is reciprocal of tan. So cot r again expressed as cos r by sin r ma. Okay, this is the observation here. Again, our general observation is tan and cot are reciprocal to each other. Tan r into cot r is equal to 1. This is the main observation you have to remember. So tan r into cot r is equal to 1. This is the main thing. As we discussed, tan r is equal to sin r by cos r, and cot r is equal to, as it is reciprocal value, cos r by sin r. So these are the three main observations in this third family ma. Tan r into cot r is equal to 1. Tan r is equal to sin r by cos r. Cot r is equal to cos r by sin r. These are the main 6 trigonometric ratios. See ma, as we discussed, tan r is equal to sin r by cos r here, and we know that sin r is going to be expressed as 1 by cosecant r. Why? Because sin r is reciprocal of cosecant r, no? So this can be expressed as 1 by cosecant r. Similarly, this cos r is also expressed as 1 by secant r. So by this we are going to write secant r by cosecant r also for tan r. That means tan r is equal to, we know that sin r by cos r, and also we are going to consider tan r is equal to secant r by cosecant r also. So similarly we know that the reciprocal value of tan r is equal to cot r. So cot r is equal to actually here cos r by sin r. Okay. Similarly, cot r is going to be expressed by this as cosecant r by secant r. So these are the main observations and the relations between tan, sin, cos. Here cot, cosecant, secant. Sometimes he is going to ask you to express tan in terms of sin and cos. So tan r is equal to sin r by cos r. And sometimes he may ask you to express tan r in terms of secant and cosecant. So secant r by cosecant r. Similarly, we are going to write the values of cot. Okay, Nama? So these are the main observations we are going to remember from sin, cos, tan. We explained these 6 trigonometric ratios into 3 families. Okay, this is the main concept for trigonometry. Why? Because as we are going to learn English, we have to know the English alphabet. For learning Telugu, we have to know the Telugu alphabet. For learning Hindi, we have to know the Hindi alphabet. Similarly, for learning trigonometry, we have to know these 6 trigonometric ratios. Okay, these 6 trigonometric ratios are very important to the trigonometry chapter. Okay, if you are going to write sin value, cos value, tan value, okay, cosecant value, secant value and cotangent value of any triangle, then 50% of trigonometry is completed. Okay, see, I am going to consider one triangle and I am going to explain you all these 6 trigonometric ratios in the single triangle. Okay. Okay, ma'am. See, now we are going to discuss all the 6 trigonometric ratios in the triangle XYZ. Okay, as we discussed these trigonometric ratios as families, again we are going to write all those 6 trigonometric ratios in family wise only, ma'am. The first family is sin, cosecant. Okay, see, here we are going to write these values. Okay, first family it is. In this first family, if I am going to consider z, okay, if I am going to write sin z means what is sin z, ma? Opposite side to z by hypotenuse. Okay, opposite side to z. Opposite side to z is what? Xy by hypotenuse is xz. So xy by xz is opposite side to z by hypotenuse. Okay, what is xy here? This xy is b. and xz is c. This is sin z ma. Okay, if I want to write cosecant z here, so see cosecant z, as we know the reciprocal value of sin z is cosecant z, directly we may write sin z cosecant z is equal to c by b. Else if you are going to follow according to the formula, then z hypotenuse is xz, hypotenuse by z's opposite side is xy. Hypotenuse means again c, okay na, opposite side is b ma. See, sin z is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, that is b by c from this triangle. So cosecant z is hypotenuse by opposite side, so c by b. This is one family ma. This family 2. Okay, in this family 2 we know that cos. If I want to write cos x, if I want to write cos x, then x opposite side, sorry, x adjacent side to x. See, adjacent side to x is xy. So xy by hypotenuse is xz ma. What is xy? B by it is c. Okay na? This is cos. So family member of cos is secant. We know that secant x. If I want to write secant x, so hypotenuse is xz by adjacent side to x is xy. So c ma, xz means what? C by it is b. Okay, if I want to write secant x directly, as we know that cos x is equal to b by c, and secant x is the reciprocal value of cos x, I may write directly secant x is equal to c by b. Okay, this is the second family. Okay, family 3. Okay, in this family 3, see ma, I am going to write the value tan. Tan z we are going to write. Tan z means, okay, I am considered z ma. Tan z means z's opposite side. What is z's opposite side? xy, and its hypotenuse, sorry, adjacent side is yz. See ma, tan means opposite side by adjacent side. So tan z is equal to z's opposite side is c. Z's opposite side is xy and z's adjacent side is yz. So xy by yz we wrote. Xy means b by a. Okay, and cot z. If I want to write cot z is adjacent side to z. Adjacent side to z is yz by its opposite side is xy. Like this we are going to write. What is yz? That is a by b. We may write cot z is the reciprocal value of tan z. So tan z is b by a. So cot z is equal to a by b. So these are the 6 trigonometric ratios of this specific triangle. With respect to x, I may write all the 6 trigonometric ratios. Again, with respect to z also, I am going to write all the 6 trigonometric ratios. So what may be the value of sine? That means range of the values of these trigonometric ratios we are going to discuss. See ma, let us take a Pythagorean triplet 3, 4, 5, and it is a triangle ABC. With respect to C, I am going to write sine. Okay, now tell me, sine C means, we know that C's opposite side by hypotenuse is sine C. C's opposite side is AB and its hypotenuse is AC. AB means what ma? 3. It is 5. Okay, remember here, sine C is opposite side by hypotenuse. Always opposite side is less than hypotenuse. Less than hypotenuse. Opposite side is always less than that hypotenuse. Okay, the sine value is always, okay, so sine value is always represents a proper fraction. So small value by big value. That numerator is smaller than the denominator. That means the sine value never exceeds 1. Okay, never exceeds 1. Why? Because this is smaller than the denominator. We have to remember this. Sine value never exceeds 1. Here you may have one question like this. Is sine A is equal to 7 by 5? Not from this triangle ma. Okay. General question. Is sine A is equal to 7 by 5? Is it possible ma? So sine means opposite side by hypotenuse, we know. Opposite side is always less than the hypotenuse. But here the opposite side is more than this hypotenuse. So it's not possible. So not possible. We have to write. Because sine value never exceeds 1. Okay. But here 7 by 5 means it is 1.4. It exceeded this value 1. Okay, so that's why sine never be more than 1. Okay, similarly cos also. Cos means what ma? Cos C. Let us suppose cos C. Cos C means adjacent side to C, that is BC by hypotenuse AC, that is equal to 4 by 5. Here also adjacent side is always less than hypotenuse. Adjacent side is always less than hypotenuse. So this cos value also never exceeds 1. Cos value is also never exceeds 1. That means, for example, here you may ask you that is cos P is equal to some 5 by 2. Is cos P is equal to 5 by 2? It is also not possible. Why? Because cos P means adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is always less than the hypotenuse. But here the adjacent side is more than this hypotenuse. So it's not possible. So cos value never exceeds 1. Okay, coming to the tan and cot. Tan and cot. Those may be less than 1 or more than 1. Why? Because we are not going to specify whether the opposite and adjacent sides are lesser or greater. Okay, they may alter. Okay, time to time they may alter. Sometimes opposite side is more than the adjacent side, and sometimes adjacent side is more than the opposite side, and sometimes both are equal also. So that's why for tan and cot we are not going to specify the values. But for sine and cos are never exceeds 1. And that means sine value never be more than 1. Similarly, cos value also never be more than 1. If, listen ma, if sine C is less than by greater than, then cosecant C is more than by less than. Cut it. Similarly, see ma, cosecant C, let us suppose cosecant C means C's hypotenuse ma, that is 5. Let us write AC by AB ma, AC by AB, that is equal to 5 by 3. That means here it is hypotenuse is greater than opposite side. So, see ma, cosecant means hypotenuse by opposite side. So, hypotenuse is always more than the opposite side. That's why cosecant value is always see ma, this cosecant value may exceed 1. Okay, cosecant value may exceed 1. Sometimes it is equal to 1 also ma. Okay na ma? We have to remember this. Okay, this cosecant value, cosecant C is always greater than. Okay na, sometimes it is equal to 1. Okay, similarly secant C, let us suppose secant C is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent side, that is AC by BC, that is equal to 5 by 4. Here also hypotenuse is greater than adjacent side. Okay, hypotenuse is greater than adjacent side. Secant value is also always secant value is also always greater than or equal to 1 ma. So these are the observations we have to remember in the trigonometric ratios ma. Okay, I hope you understand everyone. So stay tuned to our channel ma. We are going to upload more number of videos on the different concepts of mathematics. And once again I am going to thank you everyone for your kind support for the first video. I hope everyone are going to give the same support to me for the further videos also. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for your kind support. We are going to continue the concepts in the next part of the video.